Well, in my last video, I was just basically saying how I was going to get started on making um, some more videos, this time of games, since I have so many on my computer. What I did with the intro is I basically just snipped it. I didn't want to show the entire intro, but I wanted to show the cool points, which is that little, what's the word? Quote, but I want to blur it and just, Hawx. Hey, it defines the game, Hawx. So yeah, the way I'm doing my tutorials is by each mission. I think there's 12 missions. If there's not 12, there may be 25, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's some new videos that'll be updated, if you guys like them, you watch them. If you don't, sadly to say, somebody else will watch them. I still think they're pretty cool. Let's see. Leave a comment in the comment section if you think I should show the briefing of the videos, briefing of the missions. If you do, then I'll leave them. If you don't, then I'll get rid of them. But yeah, this one, they really had me going here. The very, very first time I played it. I mean, for it to be a second mission, it was pretty intense. Like, there's a lot of things, especially with time going on and stuff. But yeah, since I'm coming back, I knew to pick this plane, not the other slow one with a lot of armor. In my last video, you guys saw, I was flying really low to the ground. I like flying low to the ground. Like I said before, I like feeling like I'm actually in the game without it being on cockpit. As the game starts to get intense, I might show, personal view might be on cockpit. Until then, not really. A lot of things you need to look at when you're playing the game. So here, I basically just had, I let the game take me on course for a while until I got over the Refinery. Then it was time to get busy. Let's see. I was just playing around with the engine here. I was like, nothing else better than nice up for figure out the speed. The real reason why I started messing around with it is because I was trying to hit the sonic boom. But I found out that, you have to be in that freestyle mode in order for the plane to actually go into supersonic. So here I am, like I said, flying low. I like flying low for some reason. I do know that when it starts to get real intense, that's the higher I go. The higher I go, the better chance I have of winning. When there's too many fighter jets, you do not want to be too low to the ground, because you can't do barrel loops, can't do corkscrews, any other roller coaster related tricks. Now that I think about it, I probably should have picked the armor for the main reason that there's a whole lot of tanks and missiles don't really reload fast enough. Like, they almost missed it and hit the ground. So I would have been very upset about it. I'm just taking out the planes one by one, but I'll tell you, it really does upset me when these planes, on the second mission, start dodging my missiles. I don't understand. I have it on normal, so I guess I can't complain, and that's when I got upset. I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to sit here and take them out too. So yeah, here I am again, following that same path. Going real slow, quickly change with the D button on the keyboard, so that way you can just shoot one missile at a time. Now the Jaguar fighter jets, which is basically the other team's jets, they tend to dodge your bullets a lot. So I think here I started to use, actually here I'm going to use 2 missiles if they start missing. If they don't miss, then I'll just use 1. But yeah, see there, that guy, he started trying to dodge my missiles. Let's see. And then, it's just repetition. You got to go back, get the other fighter jets, and it's better if you get them, go towards them. Do not let them, don't try to circle around behind them, because that allows them to get to your green barrier faster. So it's better if you just, go towards them. And see there, missed both of them. I was so upset. See, if I had freestyle, they wouldn't have missed it, because I could have did a sharp turn, maybe even stalled and shot them. Stalling with the F-22 on this game, I believe, is the best gun in my opinion. It's actually fun stalling with those. And oh my gosh, that gun had that. Am I saying gun? The jet has better cornering and handling, especially when it's time for you to stall, than any other jet on the game. Fighter jet. At one point, I was using the, I believe it was the F-16 regularly, not the F-21 or 22, whatever it is. Well, I'll definitely be telling you, the best jets to use and the weapons, because most guns come with 3 packages, and I usually use either the 2nd or 3rd package. But on average, I'll definitely be using the 2nd package. Why? Because 2nd packages on the F series American jet, like the F-16 and 21 to 22, they come with heat-seeking missiles, maybe a few bombs, and regular missiles that I'm using now. So, yeah. And as you can see over there in the far right of the map, those 2 icons, if I started moving, the 2 icons, it's my teammates. Right now, I'm just allowing them to leave me and go off and fight the other people for me. Get some of these jets out the way, because I'm starting to get overwhelmed. See, there they go directly in front of me. Later on in the game, if you've never played before, which is cool, I mean, the game is old, but hey, there's no reason you can't go back and play it, or buy it for that matter. Later on in the missions, you definitely would want your teammates near you. You don't want to be too far from your teammates, because there are missions where you have to go from. In my tutorials, I'm gonna go from the far right, far left, and then down the middle. There's a mission out there in the desert where you have to protect the cavalry. And why do I go from the far right to the far left? Well, I'll explain that when that video comes. But yeah, it's just, and then especially like the last 3 missions, you have to protect the city and also defuse bomb, I think, and protect the cavalry at night. You're going to want your teammates near you, because there's a lot of jets and gunships after you. Speaking of gunship, can't fly any on here, but there's a lot of them that you actually have to destroy. I don't know if anybody's ever played Call of Duty 2, Modern Warfare 2. The AC-130, if I'm not mistaken, they actually do call it that on this game. If they don't call it that on this game, then It's a smaller version of the AC-130, but it definitely is a gunship, and you have to kill it. Let's see. I don't know per se how to get all of the experience awards unlocked. I just do a lot of fancy movement that I would think that would unlock them. So if you don't get to level 4, when I get to level 4, or if you're higher than me, it's cool. Um, it doesn't necessarily mean anything just yet because I don't think you start unlocking tier 2 packages until maybe the 7th mission. The 7th mission, I think, is when you're completely done with all your tutorials and your boss telling you, oh, you can do these type of things too. So, like I said, I think I'm not 100% sure. Also, leave a comment on what controls you use. I use the keyboard, which I find to be pretty, useful and convenient. But I do have an actual controller. I use a Logitech controller. If you use anything other than that, leave a comment. Tell me what you use. I would like to know, and I would like to know if it actually works with the game. If you've had it and played it before. If you haven't had it, still leave a comment on the controller that you use. I would like to know if I should get another controller. Don't feel too bad if there's some tanks going towards the refinery. Don't feel too bad if you're getting overwhelmed. Like I said, just use your teammates to go out there and get them. And the refinery has a defense mechanism of itself, so don't worry about that. Here in this video, I said video, wow. Here in this part of the video, that's we got these bandits coming after the refinery, and I have less than 4 minutes to destroy them. So as you can already see, I sent my attack planes out. So it's better if you send your attack people out, especially when it's not a lot of bandits. It's only a few. What your teammates will do is actually start weakening them. As the game progresses, they will start to use their own missiles. Right now, I believe they're just shooting at them, to weaken them, not necessarily trying to destroy them. So here what I'm doing is I'm basically trying to figure out which one is closer. I'm trying to hurry up and get rid of them. That's what you want to do. And then I quickly shift between D, trying to get rid of them all. That guy missed popping flares. Jerk. Let's see. Oh, and as the game progresses, you're definitely going to be using a lot of flares. So you want to make sure that the plane that you use and the tier package that you use has a lot of flares. Flares is not in every tier package, so remember that. I think that's why I use mostly tier 2s, because they have a good number of flares and diverse weapons. So think of it as one, tier 1, a whole lot of ammo for your missiles. Tier 2 is diverse. Tier 3, you're more on the defensive side maybe. And widespread side, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of bombs. This game actually does have a good story mode. It really does have a good story mode. So I guess that's a plus to having the briefings and the videos. But yeah, I'm going to just take out this one of the last two. My teammates are taking care of the other guy. And, well, I guess they did take out that last guy right there. So that's the end of the mission. So, yep, that's the end of the mission. So. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.